Good day, children! How are you doing so far in your studies under the new normal? Great! Just continue to do your best. I am Teacher Michelle, your grade 6 science teacher for this session, and I am glad to be with you today. Are you ready? I hope you are. But first, please get your module, your ballpen, and your paper. Children, in Module 1, you studied about musculoskeletal system, integumentary system, and digestive system. The objective of our lesson today is to describe the structure and function of the parts of the respiratory system. We need air to live. The air for life is called oxygen. We cannot live without oxygen. In contrast, we do not need carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a substance produced in our body. It is harmful. Hence, it must be given off. Remember, children, we inhale oxygen, we exhale carbon dioxide. Inhale oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide. Come on, children, it's riddle time. This activity is called Who Am I? Each item has scrambled letters. You have to unscramble the letters to form the word which is described in the riddle. Say your answer after the beep. Number 1. S-N-O-E. I live because I use this organ to inhale. Nose. If you answered nose, you are correct. Number 2 is 2-word. The letters are A, I, S, R, C, A. I am a lung compartment containing air. Air sac. Yes, air sac is a lung compartment containing air. Number 3 is 2-word. What is this? C, O, N, B, A, R, D, O, X, E, I, D. I leave your body when you breathe out. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide leaves our body when we breathe out. Number 4. What am I? I am a muscular tube connecting the throat with the stomach. E, S, P, H, O, A, G, S, U. Esophagus. Correct. It is esophagus. And number 5. I am a chemical element with the symbol O. X, O, Y, G, and E. Oxygen. Did you answer oxygen? Correct. A chemical element with the symbol O is oxygen. Now, let's discuss the respiratory system and its function. What is respiratory system? Respiratory system is a series of organs responsible for taking in oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide. The main organs of the respiratory system are the lungs, which carry out the exchange of gases as we breathe. Main parts of the respiratory system. Number 1, nasal cavity. The nostrils are the opening into the nasal passages that are lined with hair. Nostrils have cilia. The cilia filter the dust and other particles present in the air. They also protect the nasal passages and other regions of the respiratory tract. Number 2, pharynx and larynx. The pharynx is also called throat. It is the common passageway for both food, water, and air. Below the epiglottis is the larynx or voice box. The larynx contains 2 vocal cords that vibrate when air passes by them. The larynx is the main site for sound production. To prevent food from entering the windpipe or the trachea. The epiglottis closes the larynx when swallowing. This prevents food and water to enter the passage. Number 3, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and alveoli. The trachea is known as windpipe. It is made up of muscles and elastic fibers with rings of cartilage lined with cilia. It filters the air we inhale and branches into the bronchi. The bronchi are 2 tubes that carry air into the lungs. Bronchial tubes also branch into smaller tubes called bronchioles. Alveoli are grape-like structures at the end of bronchioles. The bronchioles and the alveoli together make up the lungs. The alveoli increase the surface of the lungs for greater exchange of gases to collect more oxygen. It also protects the lungs from bacteria and other harmful microorganisms. Number 4, lungs. The lungs are in the chest cavity surrounded by the rib cage. The lungs are the main organ of the respiratory system. This is where exchange of gases occurs. This is the site where oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is expelled out. Each lung is covered with pleural membrane. This membrane produces slippery fluid that allows the lungs to glide freely during breathing. Number 5, diaphragm. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that controls breathing, which is located at the bottom of the lungs. During respiration, the diaphragm flattens out and pulls forward, making more space for the lungs. When we inhale or breathe in, the diaphragm contracts and pulls downward. This movement increases the space in the lungs, which pulls air into it. When we exhale or breathe out, the diaphragm expands. Do you understand now the respiratory system? I hope you do. Get your paper and pen and answer the following. Direction. Identify what is being described in the following statements. Number 1. They are the openings into the nasal passages that are lined with hair. Number 2. It filters the dust and other particles present in the air. Number 3. It is called the throat. Number 4. It contains two vocal cords that vibrate when air passes by them. Number 5. It is known as the windpipe. Let's check. Number 1. Nostril. They are the opening into the nasal passages that are lined with hair. Number 2. Cilia. It filters the dust and other particles present in the air. Number 3. Pharynx. It is called the throat. Number 4. Larynx. It contains two vocal cords that vibrate when air passes by them. Number 5. Trachea. It is known as the windpipe. Number 6. These are two tubes that carry air into the lungs. Number 7. These are smaller tubes of bronchi. Number 8. They are grape-like structures at the end of bronchioles. Number 9. They are located in the chest cavity surrounded by the rib cage. Number 10. A dome-shaped muscle that controls breathing, which is located at the bottom of the lungs. Number 6. Bronchi. These are two tubes that carry air into the lungs. Number 7. Bronchioles. These are smaller tubes of bronchi. Number 8. Alveoli. They are grape-like structures at the end of bronchioles. Number 9. Lungs. They are located in the chest cavity surrounded by the rib cage. And number 10. Diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle that controls breathing, which is located at the bottom of the lungs. How many correct answers did you get? If you got 10, excellent. 9 or 8, very good. 8 to 5, good. 4 and down, nice try. You can do better in the next exercise. Direction. Complete the paragraph by writing the appropriate word on each item. When air enters our nose, it passes to the pharynx and then the air continues to pass through down to the lungs. The contain millions of alveoli. It also the sites of exchange between air and blood. Let's check. Number 1. Nostrils. Number 2. Trachea. Number 3. Bronchi. Number 4. Lungs. And number 5. Gas. When air enters our nose, it passes through the nostrils. It passes to the pharynx and then to the trachea. Then the air continues to pass through the bronchi, down to the lungs. The lungs contain millions of alveoli. It also the sites of gas exchange between air and blood. How are you doing, children? I know you did well in this activity. Let's try another. Directions. Describe the structure and function of the parts of the respiratory system by answering each question below. Write only the letter of the correct answer in your paper. You will be given 10 seconds to answer each item. Number 1. Which of the following best describes your lungs? A. They are porous and spongy. B. They are flat and thick tissues. C. They look like inflated balloons. D. They are the highest organ of the human body. A. Number 2. What is the function of the respiratory system? A. To help in breathing. B. To make the lungs healthy. C. To supply the blood with carbon dioxide. D. To protect the body from diseases. A. Number 3. What do you call the tiny hair that filter the air through the nose? A. Cilia. B. Throat. C. Air sacs. D. Mustache. A. Number 4. Where does the exchange of gases take place? A. Pharynx. B. Trachea. C. Air sacs. D. Lungs. D. And number 5. What happens to the diaphragm when you exhale? A. It swings. B. It expands. C. It contracts. D. It stops. B. How many correct answers did you get? 5. Very good. 4 or 3? Good. 2 and below, study more. Congratulations, children, for finishing up the activities. Today, you'll learn to describe the structure and function of the parts of the respiratory system. Children, you can review this video through our YouTube channel. Search Aral TV, tap and later, click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get the latest uploads. I hope you learned a lot from our discussion today. This is Teacher Michelle reminding you to take care of your lungs. Stay happy and healthy. See you next session. Goodbye!